a good producer is someone who says, yeah, this is a great idea. This is fantastic. I love your work. I think we can do this, this, and this to get there, and I think you should not do that, right? This is why people have producers. So someone can tell them, you know, this idea that I might have that I think is amazing, the producer can be like, no, you're crazy. This is not a good idea. We should not do this, but everything else is great. I start once the songwriting is finished, right? If you want help songwriting and composing things, that's cool. I do that too. But if it's just a producer thing, I'm going to take those songs, I'm going to meet with the band probably before we track, whether it's a meeting in person or whether we're emailing or talking on the phone. It's probably best to talk on the phone or meet in person about these things, so I get the vibe of the vision of the band and where each member of the band is coming from. And then from there, kind of having a pre-production plan. So then we go into the studio. Important to be very efficient when you're paying a lot of money for studio time. Once that's done, then taking the tracks, helping the band decide what kind of overdubs we need to do. Maybe we want to do some weird instrumentation things. Maybe we want to put like a kalimba or like a toy box piano on something. Maybe that vocal that just wasn't fitting right, maybe we need to record it like down the hallway. You know, maybe like you need to go put a mic 20 feet over there and stand here and sing the vocal. So that's kind of where I really get into my fun time, where it's like, let's get experimental. Or maybe let's not. Let's just be very conventional. And then as far as the editing process, I'm involved with that. If the client wants me to be. The mixing process, I'm involved with that. The client wants me to be. And if a client is really asking me to be the producer on an album, I would insist kind of on being a part of the project from at least from the end of the songwriting phase all the way until the album's getting released, or at least it's going out for it to be mastered. Because as a producer, it's got that cachet to it. It's like, oh, you produced this album, you know, it's kind of a big deal if your name is on that. You don't want the album to like be great and then it goes to get mixed and then it kind of gets ruined, right? So kind of taking the authority to kind of be that person in charge of that, but not necessarily always have it seem like I am. I always still want to kind of be a member of the team.